Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. So we have got an exciting video today. I'm still battling allergies, as you can tell. But if you did not see the video yesterday, we went and did a huge grocery haul at Fred Meyer, our local Kroger store. Grabbed a lot of amazing deals on some stuff that was on clearance and reduced price and a lot of meat. And we need to get this stuff taken care of. Some of the meat I went ahead and already put it in my freezer because it was in the right size packages. That two of these packages of chicken breasts that I got, they're huge chicken breasts, way too much for my husband and I to have one full breast together. So we are gonna, or one each, that's what I mean, for us to have a chicken breast each. So I'm gonna cut these down in half lengthwise. We're gonna make some delicious marinades today. We're gonna marinate all of this meat, get this in our freezer so that it's ready for us for grill season. We also have some ground beef that we got and some chicken that we got, rotisserie chicken that's already cooked. And so we're gonna make some delicious taquitos to put in the freezer and some chimichangas to put in the freezer. We also got some beautiful little buns. These were on sale for $2.35 for 6 of these. So we're gonna split these up into 3 bags and put these in our freezer. So these will be ready for sandwiches this summer or whatever the case may be. So we had a lot of things to get done. We need to get all those peppers. I got 4 big bags of mini sweet peppers yesterday for $1 a bag. And I'm excited to get those things taken care of in some Ziploc bags, get those in my freezer so I can have those. I'm gonna put some of my chimi and some in the taquitos because why not? We've got them. Let's see. Oh, we also got some bananas yesterday and I need to get those taken care of today because they're not gonna last very long. And so I'm gonna get those sliced kind of thick, maybe an inch thick pieces. And we're gonna lay those on a sheet pan. We're gonna put those in our freezer, let those freeze solid. And then we're gonna pile those into a Ziploc bag and they're gonna go in my freezer. They'll be ready for me to make muffins and breads and ice cream and all the things that we wanna make this summer. And we'll have these bananas in our freezer ready to go. So friends, let's get this stuff done because we've got a lot to get done right now. And I am gonna start with these because bread, it gets hot here where I am, not super hot, but it's hot enough. And bread just does not last in my house. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you guys have the same problem that I do, but I cannot get bread to last very long in my house. It just wants to mold. So I am going to get these out of this bag, get them separated, get them into some Ziploc bags, and then these are going to be ready for us. I did the same thing with some hamburger buns. I had a pack of hamburger buns. We only ate 2 of them. So I packed these up. These are gonna go in my freezer along with these. So I've got our Ziploc bags. We're gonna get these buns in these bags. These are huge buns. I don't know if I can get both of them in here or not. I might have to do 1 bun per bag because, which, you know, that might not be a bad idea because I think if you put them in together and as they're thawing, there's going to be some moisture. And I'm afraid them sticking together, you're going to end up with a lot of stickiness or wetness on the bottom, and I don't want that. So we're just going to go ahead. I know it's wasting bags, but you know, it's going to be fine. We're going to get these all put in some Ziploc bags. All of this stuff is going to go in my freezer. And then we're going to move on with some of our fun chicken marinades. I need to get this chicken taken care of. So we've got, since these are such huge chicken breasts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 chicken breasts total, which means we're going to get 12 dinners out of there. Or we're going to get 6 dinners out of there with 12 pieces of chicken when we cut our chicken breasts in half. So that to me is an incredible deal, especially when you consider what I paid for them yesterday. That was a fantastic deal. As I said, I will leave a link in the description box for you guys for the video yesterday so you guys can check out everything that we picked up at Kroger. And just some incredible deals. And I'm super excited to have all of this stuff in my freezer right now to be able to just go and pull something out whenever I want to and not have to think about it. And that's part of the reason I want to get some of this chicken and these pork chops in a marinade so that they are done. I'm going to take advantage of the little bag that they gave me, and I'm just going to use that to put these in my freezer so they don't go flying everywhere, because that's usually what happens. I like to start with the easiest projects first. So there we go, friends. We've got our buns all bagged up. We've got our hamburger buns bagged up. Now let's deal with all of our chicken. That's going to be the messy job, but it's not going to be hard. That's the thing. None of these recipes, none of these marinades are hard to do. They're super easy, super quick. I think I will do the pork probably first, and then we'll move on to the chicken. All right, friends, so we've got our bags all labeled and ready to go. If you haven't seen these before, these are bag holders, and they are incredible. I love them. They make it so easy to put your meat in here, or whatever it is that you're putting in your Ziploc bags, and holds them nice and steady so they don't fall over, they stay open, and it just makes it so easy to put all of these together. So I'm going to turn these this way so I can see which ones I'm doing, because I'm going to do 4 different marinades on my pork chops, and I'm going to do the same marinades on the chicken, but I'm going to do those separately because I'm going to do these right in the bag, because friends, I don't want to dirty up a bunch of dishes. And so I am going to just do these right in the bag. I'm just going to eyeball my ingredients. I've been cooking for my husband long enough. I know his tastes and what he likes. All right, let's get our bags open. So we are doing a pesto ranch pork chop and a chicken. We're doing a al pastor, which is typically pork, but I am going to do some chicken. We are going to do a ranch pesto. I already said that one. We're going to do I found this recipe online on Pinterest. It's called Incredible Marinade. And so that's going to be super tasty. And then we're going to do a honey mustard. And the honey mustard, I'm super excited about. This is a recipe from a channel that I watch. I'll leave a link in the description box for her channel as well as the recipe. It's a honey mustard. I think it's her recipe or her mom's. I can't remember exactly. But she does it on pork. She does it on chicken. And it's just super, super tasty. So we have got all these beautiful pork chops that we got. And it looks like I need to take out another bag. I don't have another bag holder, but we'll make it work. I think I will do 2 of the honey mustards because I know we're going to love that one. My husband and I both love honey mustard. So I'm going to do a second honey mustard of the pork chops. And so that I don't have to wash my hands a second time, I'm going to turn the bag inside out and pick up these pork chops. And then I will just turn the bag just like that. All right, so there's that one. So let's get the honey mustard recipe made first. So we're gonna put in a little bit of stone ground mustard. And I love making these right in the bag so that you're not dirtying up a whole bunch of dishes. Okay, so here's the honey mustard. So we're gonna put in a little bit. Let's put a little bit in this one. We're gonna put in some honey. Guess I need to buy more bag holders. I'm gonna put in some olive oil. I need to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here, and it calls for red pepper flakes. I thought I had some, but apparently I don't. Apparently my husband used them all and I wasn't aware of that, so I did not get any more. So we put in about a half a teaspoon of salt, and of course we're using our Redmond's real salt. We're going to put in some fresh cracked black pepper. You can see why I use those bag holders. Trying to hold the bag open and put seasonings in is a pain. Hubby is going to obviously put more on his, and this one is done. So we're going to just go ahead and get all the air out of this. I'm going to separate these pork chops out in this bag. And I'm just going to mix up the marinade right in the bag. Make sure that everything is nice and coated with our honey mustard marinade. This is going to be so tasty, friends. These are going to be in the freezer, ready to go. So when I take them out in the morning, they are going to marinate as they thaw. And how incredible is that going to be? Now let's go ahead and do our... do the pesto ranch. That's going to be a super easy one. I want to do the ones that take the least amount of time. And there is one that I am going to take a little bit of a shortcut on, because after looking at the recipe and then going through my cupboard, I found out that I already have a seasoning that has everything in it. So we're just going to take a shortcut. So let's do our pesto ranch. We've just got some Trader Joe's pesto right here. This is going to be super easy. So we're going to take a teaspoon of this homemade pesto, or the store-bought pesto from Trader Joe's. We're going to put in a little bit of ranch powder. And this calls for chicken broth. I am just going to put in a little bit of my Better Than bouillon. And I'm going to mix it around because I don't want a ton of liquid in this bag. So I'm just going to put in like 1/4 teaspoon of this Better Than bouillon. And that's going to mix with my olive oil that I put in here. So let's get a little olive oil in here. And friends, that's it. That's all that goes in this one in the pesto ranch. Literally is olive oil, pesto, chicken broth, and your ranch powder. And this pork chop is done. We're going to do this on some chicken too, because I want to try these recipes on multiple pieces of meat and see what I like the best. So there is our pesto ranch, just like that. That one's done. We have our El Pastor and our Incredible still to do. So let's move these over here. We're going to do pesto chicken too, so we're going to leave that pesto out. So let's go ahead and do the Incredible marinade first. So in this one, we're going to add in a little bit of olive oil. We're going to do a little bit of red wine vinegar. It calls for red wine vinegar. All I have right now is this Pinot Noir vinegar, and it's going to be fine. I thought, like, again, I thought I had red wine vinegar up there, and apparently I don't, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. We're going to put in just a dash of some Worcestershire. We're going to put in just a dash of soy sauce. That's probably pretty good. We're going to put in a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. We're going to put in a pinch of sugar, some paprika. We need a little bit of lemon. Just like that. And I think I got all of our stuff. It says salt, but I'm not going to put salt in it because it's got soy sauce and Worcestershire. I am going to put a little bit of black pepper in here though. All right, so let's mix up our marinade and rub it on our pork chops. And you know what, friends? I just realized these honey mustard ones are supposed to have some oregano. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of oregano in these, and then we'll mix them up again. It's a good thing that they're still sitting here, because if you forget something, we can we can correct it, our mistake, very easily. It's not going to hurt it because we haven't cooked anything. We are just getting going. So let's put a little bit of oregano in here, and then we'll just mix them up again. All right, let's give them another good little mix. Get that. Oh my gosh, friends, that marinade already smells incredible, and nothing's even cooked yet. So the last pork that we're going to do is the al pastor, which is a spicy ancho chili pineapple flavored marinade. Obviously Mexican inspired. So we are going to make that one. So what I was telling you is I found a seasoning in my cupboard for al pastor. I bought this a while ago at Kroger or Fred Meyer. And so I'm going to use this to season this up. But I am going to do the chilies. So we need to get our ancho chilies into a little pot, get those rehydrating so that we can blend those with our seasoning and our pineapple. And then while we're doing that, while the peppers are rehydrating, we're going to deal with our chicken. We're going to get this chicken cut up and in some bags so we can start getting those put together. These are our ancho chilies. We're just going to get this bag opened. And we're just going to take one, because like I said, I'm only doing a couple pieces of chicken and 2 pork chops. So we're going to put this in some water and we're going to let this rehydrate on the stove. And we're going to save some of the liquid too. So we're going to set our ingredients aside, set this pork chop aside so that we can get our chicken and get that cut and into bags. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got 3 of my little bag holders free, so we'll get those. Actually, we should label. That's what we should do. I am horrible about labeling things as they go in the freezer, and I need to get better about that. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 2 of our honey mustard, because I said we have what, 1, 2, we have 6 that we can do. So I'm going to do 2 honey mustard. I'm going to do 2 of the al pastor, which is technically supposed to be pork, but this marinade is going to be incredible on chicken. So we're going to do 2 of those anyway. So do 2 of those. So that's 4. So then the last 2, those are empty. The last 2 that we're going to do is one of the incredible marinade and one of the pesto ranch. And that will be all of our chicken. So pesto ranch and incredible. Just like that. Okay, so we have those. So let's do our honey mustard. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't want that, I want the honey mustard. So since we have to wait for our peppers to rehydrate so we can make our sauce, I'm going to go ahead and do all of my other chickens while I have the time to do it. While we're waiting for that, we're just going to keep moving forward. Hopefully these bags work on here. I don't know if they're going to or not. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off of here and just set that aside till I get my marinade made. And we're going to get our chicken all ready to go. So I'm going to start with this package here. So these were a buy one get one free on their chicken breasts at Fred Meyer yesterday. This one was originally $19.73. It was on discount at $12.62 because it expires tomorrow on Saturday. So still had a couple days left over. This package right here was $12.98. They were a buy one, get one free. So I ended up getting this one right here for free. And this is a huge package of chicken. As I said, these are huge chicken breasts, way more than what my husband and I can eat. So I'm going to cut these down. These are whole chicken breasts, it looks like, so they actually have the tenderloin on, which I am not a fan of tenderloins. I am weird. I can't help it. I just don't like tenderloin meat. So I'm just going to cut these tenderloins off, and I'm actually making a batch of dog food later this afternoon. So I'm just going to use the chicken tenderloins that I pull off of here. I'm just going to use those in the dog food today, which will be fine. My dogs will be totally okay with that. So I need to make myself a little bit of room here. Okay, so we're going to cut this chicken breast in half. We want to get 2 chicken breasts out of this. The secret to this is a good sharp knife and really, really cold chicken. If your chicken is too warm, it's going to be hard to cut. And just like that, we have 2 beautiful chicken breasts. So we're going to drop those in our bags. What am I doing? I need them just like that. 2 bags for our al pastor chicken, and we've got our 1 bag for our what was it? Pork al pastor. So we've got our pesto ranch, our honey mustard, and our incredible. So let's go ahead and do our pesto ranch because that's the one that's super easy. That way we can get all of this stuff out of the way and off my counter. So there is the pesto. Here is the ranch. Whoa, a little bit too much, but it's going to be okay. We're going to put in a little bit of oil. And we're going to put in our chicken broth, or our better than bouillon is what I'm using. All right, so we're done with that. All right, let's get this one off. Get this one sealed up. And we're going to go ahead and just separate these 2 chicken pieces. And we're just going to rub this around. So for this chicken, I'm not putting any salt or pepper in this. I will season it when we put it on the grill and cook it because the ranch has got plenty of salt in it, I'm sure. And so I don't need to add any to it. I will just do that when we cook it. I'll taste it, see where we're at with our seasoning. Right now it's all about just massaging this meat and getting it all coated. And then this is going to just marinate, like I said, with the rest of them when they thaw out. All right, so let's do our 2 honey mustard chickens. So we need a little bit of stone ground mustard in there. I love honey mustard anything. Honey mustard chicken, honey mustard pork, you name it, I love it. Let's put a little bit of our oregano. That's what we forgot a second ago in our pork. So there's that. We're going to add our honey. Need to put in some olive oil. A little bit of salt. And last but not least, a little bit of pepper. And just like that, our honey mustard is done. All right, so now we have 4 bags of our pastor meat, 1 pork, and 2 chicken. Oh, we need to do our incredible. That's what I forgot, friends. We forgot to do the incredible marinade on our chicken. So let's get that done. And then we will get our food processor out so that we can make our marinade for our pastor chicken. So let's do this real quick. Remember, this is a really easy one. It's olive oil, red wine vinegar, which, as I said, I'm using the Pinot Noir. I'm going to put in a little bit of paprika. A little bit of sugar. A little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of Worcestershire or W sauce, whatever you want to call it. A little bit of soy sauce. A little bit of our dry mustard. And this one is done. Let's just get everything mixed up in our bag, get all of our chicken coated. And there we go, friends. All right, friends, got my food processor ready to go. We are gonna make our El Pastor marinade that we're gonna put on the 2 chicken breasts that we have in the bags and the 1 package of pork chops. We need to get this done. So let me show you what I think I showed you already. This is what I found in my cupboard. I didn't realize I had this. This is actually specifically for making pastor tacos. So it has all of the seasonings already in it, so I don't have to go through all the trouble of measuring out all the ingredients and doing all the things. I am going to use the peppers still because I had already ordered the chili, and so I've got the chili right here. So it says that you don't have to leave the seeds and stuff in it. I'm going to, because I don't mind those being in there. I know that's going to take a little bit extra to get it blended, but I'm okay with that. We're going to use a little bit of our liquid that we cooked our pepper in, or it's just the water. So I'm just going to pull the stem off of this. Just like that. So there's our pepper. We're going to put that in with just a tiny bit of our liquid. We're going to put a little bit of our water. We're also going to put in a little bit of pineapple juice. So you're supposed to put pineapple in this, and I don't want to put the pineapple in quite yet. I want to let this pepper have a chance to really get blended. I'm also going to put in a little bit of oregano. That should be good. And I think we'll put in a little extra garlic because, you know, a little extra garlic never hurt anything, right? So let me get this garlic clove peeled. I know this mix has got garlic in it already, but I want some fresh garlic flavor in this al pastor meat. I'm excited to have these tacos. I think these are going to be super good. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on them yet. I'll decide when I get ready. We don't typically do like your traditional, I am not a fan of cilantro. As some of you guys know, I'm allergic to cilantro, so I don't cook with it. And traditionally, you know, tacos just have onion, which is also a thing I'm not a fan of, and cilantro, and I'm allergic. So I don't do tacos the way they do them in Mexico, because the 2 main ingredients on a taco in Mexico is onion and cilantro, and both of those are a no. So there's our garlic clove. Let's put our lid on. We're going to blend this until our pepper gets nice and blended. I think I've put just a tiny bit of olive oil in here. That should be good. We're also going to put in some orange juice and some lime juice. Okay, so you can see it's starting to get blended up. It's not fully blended, but it will here pretty quick. We're going to go ahead and put in the rest of our stuff. We're going to put in a little bit of this al pastor seasoning. Super excited to taste this. It smells incredible. we're gonna put in, it says sliced pineapple. I don't think it really matters. I don't have sliced pineapple. I have chunks. Few. So it said 2 slices of pineapple. So I'm just gonna put in a few pieces. I will write the recipe down that I'm using, how I'm doing it, because I'm not doing it the way that they say to. I'm gonna put in, I'm not gonna put, this is a huge jalapeno. I'm gonna put in just about 3/4 of it. I'm gonna just whack that up into thirds. I left the seeds in. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. We're gonna put in a little bit of fresh orange juice. Oh my gosh, the fresh smell of citrus is just incredible. Now we're gonna put in the juice of, let's just do a 1/2 lime and we'll taste it and see where we're at. I don't even know if this seasoning has a lot of salt in it, so we'll adjust our salt after we taste it. All right, let's give it another blend. Okay, let's give it a quick little taste. Oh my gosh, friends, that is incredible. Wow, that is going to be delicious on tacos. Our 2 bags of chicken and our 1 bag of pork. We've got our beautiful marinade. Let's go ahead and dump. We're just going to split this marinade into thirds. Kind of smush this around on these pork. Oh my gosh, look at that, friends. That is going to be incredible. Here is our chicken. It's got some heat to it, but it's not a heat that lasts. It's a heat that hits you in the very beginning and then it kind of just fades. So it's not overpowering, which is good. So there is our, whoops. I'm glad that they're sealed. So there's our chicken and our pork. We're gonna freeze these flat. We're gonna put all this in the freezer. So there's our honey mustard. We got our incredible one done. There's another honey mustard, another incredible pesto ranch. So this right here, friends, is ready for the freezer. And this makes me super excited to have these in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 dinners right here. And this was all meat that we got on discount at Kroger. So let's get these in the freezer and let's move on to the rest of our projects. All right, so here's our bananas. So each one of these packs had 4 bananas in it. I sent one to work with my husband this morning, and I still have 7 bananas to take care of. They are this tape that they put on things, good grief. I'm gonna save 1 banana out for his breakfast tomorrow morning, and the rest of these, I'm gonna slice these up, and we're gonna put these directly on our pan, and we're gonna freeze these in slices so that they are ready for whatever projects or recipes that I wanna do later. Then I've got these bananas ready to go. So let's get our bananas sliced up. So if we slice these and then freeze them solid, they're going to be easier to work with when I want just a few bananas and I don't have to deal with a whole banana or a half a banana if I'm doing something. Two of my favorite things to do in the summertime is banana milkshakes and banana ice cream. And we have a couple recipes. We'll share those with you guys this summer, but to have these bananas in my freezer is going to be a win, because then whenever I have a hankering for it, I can just go out to my freezer and grab them. So we're slicing them pretty thick. And like I said, we're just going to let these freeze solid. Let's get our tray. We can start putting some of these on here. I'm hoping I can get all of them on this tray and just have to put one tray in the freezer. That would be nice. I even enjoy snacking on frozen fruit. I don't know about you guys, but I love snacking on frozen fruit. All right, I think we're gonna do it, friends. We did it. All right, here's our bananas. We're gonna go put these in the freezer. All right, friends, so we're gonna start on our chicken taquitos. This is some of the frozen rotisserie chicken I got from Fred Meyer. So this was originally $10.77 and I got it for $6.17. I'm gonna take this out of the bowl, or take it out of the container and drop it in the bowl. It's a little bit frozen still, so I'm gonna put it in the microwave for like 2 minutes while I grate some cheese. So let's just kind of mix our cheddar and pepper jack together. Okay, there's our cheese. Let's grab our bowl with our chicken. So it's still a little bit frozen. I want to break this chicken up. Pieces are too big. I think I'm going to put this back in for just another minute. It's still just a little bit too cold. So I've got a package of this Laura's ground beef. This stuff usually sells for like $9 a pound, but it was on clearance for $5.26, which is incredible. So we're going to make some chimichangas with this. So I'm just going to get this in my skillet, get my skillet turned on, and we're going to get that ground beef cooked. All right, here's our chicken. That looks better. Much better, much easier to shred. We want to get this all shredded. We're going to make as many taquitos as we possibly can with the chicken that we have. I also put cream cheese in. There's a bone. That's why I'm glad that I'm going through this chicken with my fingers and shredding it so that I can make sure that they didn't miss a piece of bone. It happens. When they're just shredding up chicken, they're leftover. These are leftover rotisseries. In a lot of stores, when they have rotisserie chickens that they haven't sold, then they will cut them up, shred the white meat, and they'll sell it in containers. And that's what this is. So it's all, super good, tasty rotisserie chicken. But I'm glad that I'm going through this with my fingers so I can feel if there's any bones like those last two that I just found. Definitely don't want to bite down on one of those things when you're eating a taquito. All right, so we've got a can of Rotel. I'm going to drain just a little bit of the juice. A little bit of the juice is okay, but I don't want it all. We've got a 8-ounce brick of cream cheese. I'm gonna put that in. I've made taquitos before on my channel. I'll see if I can find a link and put a link for that video in there also. So here's our taco seasoning. Put a little bit of taco seasoning in this. We're just gonna get this mixed up. And I might just get in here with my hands, maybe. We'll see. So I use the soft taco size tortillas. Okay, let's move them over this way. So we just take a little bit of our chicken mixture You don't want to overstuff these. You're going to kind of shape it. We're going to grab some cheese. We're going to pack a little bit of cheese on here. And we're going to roll. And that's it. And you want to make sure that you pull it back nice and tight so that when you roll this, you end up with a nice tight taquito, just like that. That's still a decent size. A little more cheese on here. All right, let's get this one rolled up. All right, friends, here is our ground beef with our cheese and our refried beans. I know it's not a traditional chimney. This is just the way we make them, the way my husband likes them. So I'm gonna see how many I get. So I did a Walmart order. I ordered a 20 count of these, and I was wondering why my refund was so big. And it's because the guy only grabbed an 8 count. So we're gonna let's do 4, because I would like to see if I can get a couple of chicken ones done too. So let's just do 4 of our beef, and then we'll mix up our chicken. If we have any of this left over, it's not gonna go to waste. We're gonna eat it, I'm sure. Same with the chicken. So let's see how many of these we can get. So the reason I like doing these this way, the way that I do them now, is because these can be not just a chimney, but they can also be a wet burrito. And I have an amazing recipe for a wet burrito that I do. And okay, so we got 4. We have just a tiny bit left. So I may just have that for lunch tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna pull our tortillas back, fold in our ends, and then we're gonna just roll this nice and tight. And I'm gonna just set these on this tray with these taquitos, and everything can freeze together. So you could either have these crunchy in the air fryer or in the oven. We brush them with a little bit of oil to get the tortilla nice and crunchy, or we can have them as a wet burrito. So that's what I love about doing them the way that I do them, is it gives me the freedom to do whatever we're feeling like that night. If I'm feeling like I really want something crunchy, then I can grab these, brush them with oil, put them in the air fryer, and we can have a chimney. But if I want them more, you know, soft and gooey and cheesy, then I can put them in the oven in a baking dish with enchilada sauce and some extra cheese, and we can have more of a wet burrito type style. So here's our tray. We've got all of our taquitos on here. I'm gonna put my, let's see if I can get this last taquito up here, just like that. And then I think I'm just gonna take my burritos, because I'm running out of room in my freezer. So I need to maximize the space. So, all right, there we go. See, so we got 9 taquitos, we got 4 chimneys or wet burritos or whatever you want to call them. Now we're gonna move on and do some chicken taquitos. And since I only have 4 tortillas, I'm only gonna do part of that pack of chicken, and I'll save that rest of that chicken for something else. All right, so we've got our chicken. This is the other package of chicken. This one was normally $9.67. We got it for $5.22. If I can get this open, there we go. And like I said, I don't think I'm gonna need all of this, because I'm only gonna get 4 chicken chimneys done. So we'll see. Might use most of it. So this is the Isadora black beans. That's the one I'm going to use in this chicken. So we've got our, so again, I'm going to just take my fingers really quick, and I'm just going to shred this up, because I want to make sure that it's nice and small pieces. I don't want big, huge chunks of chicken in my, and I'm just going to go ahead and use all of this, because this is the last thing we have to put together. The only other thing that we're going to do today is deal with all of our peppers, and I'm going to get those all diced up and in Ziploc bags so that they'll be ready for me to use when I'm ready, and they're not going to go bad while sitting in the fridge. We're going to put our black beans in here. Summer is usually such a hard month or the season for us, because if it's really hot here in the summer, I am just not a fan of eating dinner at the normal time. We normally eat dinner about 5:30 or 6. And when it's really hot out, I don't want to eat dinner at that time. I would much rather wait and eat later. So having these kinds of things, these chimneys, the taquitos, all of those things, even having that pre-marinated chicken in my freezer ready to go is going to be so helpful this summer when I just want a nice chicken salad and it's already pre-marinated ready to go for me and I don't have to deal with it. So that's going to be super nice. So friends, you really do need to try the Isadora refried beans. They are absolutely incredible. I love them. It's so funny. We had a can of refried beans left over from something. I don't know what it was. And we were like, okay, let's just eat them. We were having tacos or something that night. We're like, let's just eat them and get it over with because I don't want to store them. And I'm telling you, friends, after eating these in the pouch, I almost can't stomach the canned refried beans anymore. I just can't. The flavor is horrible. I don't like that, tinny taste that you get from a canned refried bean. So I am a firm believer in the Isadora brand refrieds, and that's all I'm ever going to have in my house ever now because I can't handle anything else. So here's our last 4 flour tortillas. We're going to get our chicken split up between these 4 tortillas and then get these rolled up, and then these are all going to go in the freezer. And friends, we are going to have incredible dinners ready for us. Yes, I'm making these a little bit big, but it's okay. I just don't want to save any of this chicken. I am going to take a little bit off of this one right here. I made just a bit too big. We're going to split that and leave it just a little bit on each. Okay, I think that's good. That looks super tasty. All right, so let's get our chicken rolled up. These I think I'm going to put on a different tray so that when I put them in the bags, I can label them correctly and I know which one's which. So I have a little tray in my cupboard. I'm going to grab that out, and that's what I'm going to put these 4 chicken ones on. So when I get ready to bag these all up, it'll be easy to distinguish what we're eating. We've got lots of things in our freezer ready to go, and that is just makes me so happy. I know it's not really a big enough tray, but it's going to be fine. They're just going to go in the freezer and freeze, and they're going to be fine. We've got 4 chicken chimneys with black beans and cheese. We've got 4 ground beef chimneys with regular refried beans and cheese. We've got 9 chicken taquitos with cheese, with cream cheese and regular shredded cheese. Those are all going in the freezer, and I am excited, friends. Wow, we got a lot done today. We got so many things done. We still need to do our peppers. That's not going to take very long. So let's get the peppers done so we can clean up our kitchen before it's dinner time. Luckily, I'm not cooking dinner tonight, so that is exciting for me. We are going out to dinner with our life group. It's our last life group of the season for this year. We're taking the summer off. Our church actually takes the whole summer off of life groups to give everybody a chance to just kind of relax and come back in the fall refreshed and ready for new groups. So our life group is meeting tonight at one of our favorite Mexican restaurants, Ranchito Grill. and we're gonna go enjoy a nice time of fellowship together tonight and a delicious dinner. And so I'm super excited to go do that tonight and not have to cook. So after being in the kitchen all day today and getting all of these things done and prepped and in the freezer ready to go, I'm excited to go enjoy dinner that somebody else is gonna cook. So friends, let's get these peppers taken care of. Friends, we got our chicken and our pork chops all dealt with. We got our chimneys and our taquitos all done. Our bananas all sliced up and in the freezer. We got a lot of stuff done. We have one more project to finish before we can call this day a success. We got a lot of things done. We have 3 bags of peppers that we need to get cut up. I have a cookie sheet over here with a piece of parchment on it. I am just going to cut these probably in just quarters and then slice them and put them on that pan. I'm gonna put those in the oven. I'm gonna put them in the freezer, let them freeze, and then I'm just gonna use one Ziploc bag and pile them all in there. That way they're all loose frozen, so I can just grab a handful out whenever I need to. So let's get these done real quick. Hubby's gonna be home in less than an hour, so I need to get this done so that we are going to get our tent trailer put in the yard in a little bit, because we did not take it bring it back out or put it up after we got home for our last camping trip. It needs to be cleaned. And that's my project tomorrow. That's why I'm doing all of this cooking today, so that I have a chance to really focus on the tent trailer and not worry about anything else. So let's get all these peppers done. They are beautiful. Let's get them in the freezer so we have them to use throughout the summer. I am just going to cut the tops off, cut them in half. I'm just gonna pull the seeds out. If we get a few seeds, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I mean, I don't like the seeds in there, but I don't want to take a whole bunch of time to do this. So I just want to get this done fairly quick, because I am tired, friends. I've been in the kitchen now for about 4 hours doing all of these freezer projects, and I am ready to go sit down and relax. I would love to have a chance to sit down and talk to hubby when he gets home before we leave to go have dinner with our life group tonight. So I would love to have this project finished up so that we can hang out just a little bit before we go to dinner. This shouldn't take too terribly long to do. I think I'm going to slice all the ends off. Seems to slow me down when I have to stop and pull the rib out. So let's just get them all sliced this way. All right, so we have these all cut. We're just going to cut them in half. I'm going to try to do a few at a time just to save. Like I said, I don't want these super small because I can cut them up again if I need to. I just want to get them in a little bit smaller piece. So if I want to put these in a stir fry, or if I want to put these in, you know, whatever, I have them already partially cut up and in a little bit smaller size, and we'll just freeze these all together. So there's part of our peppers. We'll cut up the last 2 bags and we'll get them in the freezer. All right, friends, here's our peppers going in the freezer. We've got our chicken and our pork here. This is our chicken chimneys. We've got our taquitos and our beef chimneys, and then underneath there is our bananas. And I think that was all we did today. I'd say we had a pretty productive day. Friends, that's going to do it for today. We got a lot accomplished. I feel really good about what we got done. We've got lots of things in our freezer now. There's going to be a lot more coming, I'm sure, because as I said, I'm going to keep hitting the produce discount thing, shelf, whatever it is, at Fred Meyer, as well as their meat department. Anything that I can find that is a good deal, that is something that we're going to eat. Of course, we're not going to buy things that we don't eat, that we don't want, or we won't use, so that defeats the purpose. But anytime we can save a little bit of money, that is my goal right now, is to save as much money as I can on groceries, to not have to spend a lot of money on stuff. And when I can find great deals on things, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring you guys along with me as we do it, show you guys how we are going to use it, how we're going to preserve it, how we're going to save it. I'm excited to get my dehydrator out here soon and start doing some dehydrating with that, with some of the things that we're finding at Fred Meyer. So lots of produce is going to be coming soon in the dehydrator. So stay along with me for that. And also, can't wait to get out my brand new canner. I have an electric canner my husband got me for Christmas. Have not had a chance to use it yet, but I'm planning to use it here soon. I've got a bunch of recipes that I am testing for my cookbook that I'm writing. So just, if you guys haven't heard about that yet, I talked about it in the other video. I am writing a cookbook right now, and so I'm doing a lot of recipe testing for my cookbook, as well as putting in a bunch of things to help you guys save money on your grocery bill and to shop responsibly and all those things. So I'm excited for that cookbook to come out hopefully by November, so it'll be ready for you guys to purchase for Christmas. I'll let you guys know what the progress of that is and when it's available. But friends, thank you guys so much for joining me today in my kitchen, as we got to have some fun doing something with some of the amazing things that we found on sale, getting those things in our freezer so that we can use them. They're not going to go in the garbage. They're not going to go in the landfill. We are going to be eating those things and enjoying them over the next couple of months. And friends, if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button up there. It would mean so much to me to have you guys a part of my YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. And friends, give this video a like. That really helps my channel out. Leave me some comments of some deals that you guys have gotten here recently. Let me know if you guys are getting some good produce deals or meat deals, and how you guys are using those things. What are you doing with them? Are you freezing them? What are you doing with all the stuff that you're getting that you're finding on sale? All the good deals, because they're out there. You just have to look for them. And I had to learn that the hard way. So friends, again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and spend time with me. It means a lot to me. I really enjoy our time together. I enjoy getting to share my life with you guys, my kitchen and my ideas and the things that I'm coming up with. And so I hope you guys enjoy it too. And we will talk to you guys in the comments, friends. Have a great day, and God bless.